Hey guys, driving home. A patient asked me, like, what are you doing for Halloween? And I normally I just say, like, oh, nothing. But I was just like, we don't celebrate it. And she went on to, like, say, well, is it religious? I'm like, yeah, it's religious. I didn't really have a response for, like, why I don't keep it. She got me thinking why I don't keep it, because she's talking about, oh, it's great for the kids, and, the candy, and the trick-or-treating, and, got me feeling bad. God, depriving kids of fun because I'm religious, So I thought about, like, why don't I? Why don't I feel okay about it? And I always like to take things back to, like, God's feasts, what He celebrates, His what we call the Moedim, the appointed times. Immediately thought of Sukkot, or what people call tabernacles, and started contrasting Halloween versus Sukkot in my mind. Very opposite, because Sukkot for me it's a picture of when Jesus will finally come back and reign as king, and that's when we have the first resurrection. Think about Him reigning for 1,000 years. We got New Jerusalem coming down. At least in my eschatology, He comes down with His city, right? He's reigning from His city, and we have the first resurrection. So all the dead believed, who are part of Israel, believe in God, Yahweh, living in that city, and it's this restoring, it's this life. And at the end of that millennial reign, this picture of Sukkot, we have the sun and the moon going away, and God's glory is eternal light. So there's no more darkness, which is an interesting thing. There's no more night. You can tell it's getting dark here. So the picture of the God is in the light, and His glory is the light, and the devil is in the darkness. Halloween is always about zombies and witchcraft and everything that happens. The sacrifices that would happen at night. Pagans always sacrifice at night. Israelites would always sacrifice during the day. It's very interesting. Sukkot is these 8th days. And the 8th day being a picture of this eternal Sabbath, this never-ending rest, and this beauty of what we'll see. And during that resurrection, you'll get to meet all your Bible characters, and they'll all be resurrected. So maybe, like, that's what we should do during Sukkot. Like, maybe the kids can get to dress up as Moses and celebrate the idea of that first resurrection instead of celebrating death or, like, superheroes and these hybrid creatures that are all point back to the distortion of creation, and even like the superheroes today. And I like superhero movies just as anybody else, but any good Christian that does their homework can tell you that super soldiers and all these gods are these pictures of these angels, and these angels' creations that are going to fight against God. It's like the Watchers and the Nephilim before the flood, and what Nimrod tried to do. It's even that, and like, oh, he's just dressing up as Captain America. I love Captain America, I get it, but like, he does not point to God, and it points to the Antichrist, is what it points to. And dressing up is fun. I just think, why can't we do that? Why can't we just focus on the first resurrection, have the kids dress up as Bible heroes, talk about Jesus reigning as king in the New Jerusalem, give them candy like that, and don't call it the harvest celebration or whatever. Don't even do it on Halloween. Do it on Sukkot. Do it on God's appointed time. Make it part of that 8-day celebration. I don't know why the church isn't getting involved with these feast days. They're God's appointed times. It's when we should be meeting with Him and focusing on Him and focusing on what He's done and what He will do on these very specific appointed times. But no, we pick these pagan days, and I know every day is God's day. We should reclaim it. That's not how you reclaim it. You don't reclaim it by participating. That's not how it works. We're like, oh, we'll just tweak a few things and change the name, and you're still participating. You're participating in something evil. And that's just how I see it. Dr. Klein, signing off. Those are my ride home thoughts for the day.